Haitians have recently had their TPS removed, and they're kind of freaking out. They don't know what to do. I mean, it's pretty simple, right? You could self-deport, claim $1,000, take a premium flight back to your country and call it a day. But I think a lot of them are going to be waiting until they're picked up by ICE, and that's not going to be fun. That's not going to be fun, you guys.
At 5 years old was the last time I was in Haiti. I have lived in the U.S. all my life. I was forced to be living back in Haiti due to deportation. My life here is not stable. Anyone that can help me, it would be gladly appreciated. Since being in Haiti, I've suffered from depression and PTSD.
My heart, it's very it's disturbing to my spirit. I have lots of my close family members that are TPS holders, and they're depending on this because they have kids to feed, and they've been in the U.S. for a long time, so this is literally their home.
The civil code, it's a wrong decision they make. Some of them, they like to live a terrible life when they go back in the country. They go back to the country, terrible life. And they have to start over again, like zero.
Bro, I don't give a fuck. Y'all finna see me cry on this dumbass app for the first time, bro. No one fucking, like, not being born in the fucking U.S. is so fucking hard. Like, this is so hard. They literally treat you like an alien for everything. I get it. Okay, cool. I'm a fucking alien, but bro, I can't do shit. Like, this shit fucking sucks. And it is like, dumbass, ignorant ass people be talking about fucking immigrants. Well, bitch, like, this shit's not fucking fun. You think this shit's fucking fun? Like, literally.
For many Haitians facing the possible loss of TPS, the situation is deeply personal. Many have built lives in the U.S., and raised children, started businesses, and become part of their communities. Now, the possibility of losing legal protection naturally creates fear. For Black Americans, the conversation has become an opportunity to correct what they see as a common misunderstanding about citizenship and American history. Many are saying, we are not immigrants, we are citizens. Whether people agree or disagree with current immigration policies, understanding that distinction is important. At the same time, many observers believe this conversation should not turn into division without a broader Black community. Anyway, guys, welcome back again to my YouTube channel. It's so good to have you. Thank you so much for clicking when you saw this video. So I'm going to let the rest of the videos roll. Credit to all creators of this video. Let's go watch, then I'll come back with more.
Driver's licenses are no longer valid for Haitians living under TPS.
According to the U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services website, work permits are set to expire just 4 days from now. That'll be July 10th. It's creating some issues for an estimated 12,000 Haitians living in Springfield. 2 News reporter Julian Jackson has been covering this topic. He joins us now live from Springfield. Julian, how is the Haitian community navigating through this big challenge?
Hey, Jack, Lauren, they're taking things day by day is what they're telling me right now. And I do want to make a note of this. Now, we are learning that it is possible that the status of the Haitians holding TPS here in Springfield and across the nation may not end until July 20th. Now, that's because of a recent filing within the U.S. Court of Appeals for the D.C. Circuit. So we're still working to learn more on that. I talked to a guy earlier today. He said he's lived in Springfield for 5 years. And he said going to work right now is probably not a good idea.
I would say probably not, because
So then just self-deport. What do y'all want? What do y'all want us to do?
Dozens of Haitians are being left homeless in the Bahamas. They're tearing down these shanty towns, right? Shanty town, I want to say, is a plot of land where random people just go to these lands and start building shacks with no authorization, usually on somebody else's property that they just haven't used, no building permits, no sewer systems, none of that. They just start building these homes and they be there for years. Like in this case, the Bahamas gave them like a year to evacuate. I guess they weren't, they didn't take these eviction notice seriously, and they just posted up, and now they don't have no place to go. Like, who fault is that? Like, they gave you over a year notification to get your stuff ready and leave. But yeah, they just randomly just put these shacks. Sometimes it's made out of sheet metal, just random wood. It doesn't meet the regulations, and let alone they don't even have permission to build on these lands, on this property.
I pay all income bills. I have almost $4,000 pay, national insurance pay. Okay, now you come work in village. I don't find no house. I don't have find no place go.
You know where to go tonight?
No.
And how long have you lived in this community?
I live in 28 years.
In this community, 28 years, or in the Bahamas for 28 years?
28 years. I live in Bahamas.
And did you pay rent here?
Yeah.
How much?
I can say. Oh.
How much did you pay here? Did you pay someone rent to live in this community?
Before when I come, I pay that whole place.
Mm-hmm.
People I pay that debt.
Is the landlord here?
Yeah, not line. Dead. I feeling the bad. My heart can't take it. Because I don't go nowhere. When I come by Bahamas, I live in there. Plenty of people that came for house. Can't nowhere all go.
News of the Supreme Court's decision rippled through members of South Florida's Haitian community gathered at Miami City Hall to protest the city's agreement with Immigration and Customs Enforcement.
All of these battles are intertwined.
My people, they can't go back. It's real. The reality in Haiti is real.
In a 6-3 vote, the Supreme Court gave the Trump administration the green light and temporary protected status for more than 250,000 Haitians.
There is no grounds for terminating Haiti TPS based on the country conditions inside Haiti. This is absolutely absurd.
But with the State Department Level 4 do not travel advisory still in place for Haiti, TPS Haiti advocates say the Supreme Court's decision is cruel. They described forced deportations to the gang-riddled nation like a death sentence.
I would not say we would likely going back. We're going to stick together. We're going to keep on fighting.
The battle is not over.
So TPS status was also removed for Syria because believe Syria, it was like a war that was going on, which granted them temporary protection status here in the United States. And for Haiti, I believe it was like some type of natural disaster that was going on that granted some of the citizens, 250,000, temporary protection status in the United States of America. And I believe this started in 2010, the 2010s. So they've literally had 16 years to build something viable that they could take back home, because 250,000 people, that's a lot of people. And if all of them gathered all of the resources and the money and everything that they've been able to make while they were in the United States for over a decade, and they pooled that money together and they went back home and they, built some type of community over there, it seems like they should fare well. Now, with all of the crime and everything that's going on over there, I could not imagine what it's like to live in a place like that. Like, a lot of them love to talk about Chicago and the mean streets of like Brooklyn, New York, but it is not compared. There's no comparison between what is happening in Chicago and New York City versus, and even in Cali, versus what we literally just saw in this clip that I played before I started speaking. Like, it's completely two different worlds. So I'm not going to sit up here and like make fun and be like, oh yeah, go back, whatever, whoop-de-whoop. My whole thing is like, I've had conversations with a lot of Haitians that have come onto my platform when I've done my live streams, and they've, talked a bunch of shit and basically said that they were better and they were warriors and they're the reasons why we're liberated because of 1804. And I'm just like, well, if you guys are that, you have way more resources now. Like, all of you all they say they rich, they got, the degrees, they're doing so much better. It's so, y'all should really be able to make some shit shake. I mean, you all, the ones that have been here for over a decade, plus the ones that were here before then, I'm sure you have more than enough resources to pull together to create a little utopia in Haiti, to be quite frank. My heart does go out to those who really have no options and, are not going to be able to survive if they go back over there, because once again, I am human. I have empathy, and I don't wish that on anybody, but for the arrogant ones that's always talking shit, like, and making it seem like, we wouldn't be shit without Haiti, and it's just a lot to unpack with that type of mindset. But for those ones, this now is your chance. It's your time to shine. Show us that you're warriors. Show us that you're builders. Show us that, you're the first and the best to ever do it. Like, show us. Now is the best time to put on for your country, to put on for the people that you left behind. What y'all think about this? Sound off in the comments below. Spread love is the Brooklyn way.
You know what's so crazy right now? The comments I've been getting when I made a video, these folks, especially the white liberal, think I'm supposed to give a fuck about the Haitian and the TPS. Man, I am an American citizen. I'm not Haitian. I'm not on TPS. Just because we have the same skin color, I'm a little bit browner than most of them, but still, that doesn't make us the same race. I am not black and brown. I'm not a person of color, and I'm not African American. I am a foundational black American who was born in the United States. I'm not Somalis. I'm not Haitian. I'm not Jamaican. I was born and raised in the United States. My parents are foundational black Americans. These white liberals all on the internet saying, what are you talking about? You're all black and brown. I'm not fucking black and brown. I'm a black American. When I fought for this country, I didn't fight for Africa. So I'm not an African American. I am a black American. A proud American. Just because I look like some of the Haitians, it doesn't mean a fucking thing, man. Temporary mean temporary.
I declare had to go to the United States Embassy and find out that them people are coming out with your country. The government lied to us. That is an act of treason. Andrew, Michael, Wallace, and the government must resign to go to prison. Amen.
Jamaicans are pissed that Haitians are coming to their country. They feel betrayed that their government signed this third country transit program behind their back. And this is only temporary. 14 days, no longer than 14 days. Or is it? Is there a loophole? Let's check this out. So the U.S. wants to deport the Haitians July 10th because that's when they losing their status. So they set up this third country transit program with many countries. Jamaica is one of the recent ones, right? So the U.S. is funding 100% of all costs. They are funding the food, housing, security, and transport, while the International Organization of Migration manage the daily logistics in Jamaica. There's a strict cap. Jamaica will only accept maximum of 25 people every 2 weeks. Each person can only stay in Jamaica for a maximum of 14 days before being flown to Haiti. 14 days, no longer than 14 days, or is it? Because, these immigration lawyers are pretty crafty. They're pretty crafty. They find loopholes. So once the U.S. flies a Haitian national onto Jamaican soil, that person falls under Jamaica law. Under the international treaties, they could immediately apply for asylum in Jamaica. If they do, Jamaican courts can legally block the U.S. from putting them on a plane to Haiti, freezing the deportation process entirely. Is that what y'all don't want to happen, for them to find this loophole? But I find it hypocritical, because what happened to out of many comes one people? What happened to we all came over here on the same ship but just got off on different stops? Now that the ship is pulling up to your country, you don't want the Haitians to disembark. So it's not okay for the U.S. to enforce immigration policy, but it's okay for Jamaicans to say, we don't want them, even if it's temporary. Because maybe the loophole might not work. They just don't want the possibility of any of that happening. Let me know what y'all think in the comment section.
Now, I've seen a lot of people who say instead of arguing over who should come, care more, and some suggest that they all focus, on understanding the legal realities while also recognizing the human impact these immigration decisions have on the families, right? A lot of people are like, but you guys were okay without us. You guys actually feel that everything was going to be fine with you guys. You were comfortable, having takes about Black Americans, okay? And they say things like immigration enforcement officers could make mistake based on appearance before confirming someone's identity, and they feel that Black Americans could get into such profiling. They could be profiled by eyes, okay, just because there's no difference between Black Americans and Haitians, okay. And I think that might be possible, but that doesn't also take away the fact that they can prove themselves by coming, this is who I am. And I also want you guys to take you guys aback, okay. During when the Latinos deportation started and the Somalis, you could actually see that it's as if ICE literally know the people they were coming for. Like, it's as if they know their names, who they are, where they stay, and most times they just knock at their doors, all of that. So, I don't think they'll just stop you and because you're Black, okay, even though you've seen such things appear, because I think I remember one time they stopped this particular Latino man and they were asking him who he was, his name and all that, and I think the ICE guy said something like, I'm asking you because of your accent, and he was like, your accent, so you're profiling because of my accent. So by the time a Black American opens their mouth to speak, you definitely know, this person is a Black American, okay. And I've also seen videos of many Haitian people who keep calling out Black folks and say, you guys need to watch out for yourself as well because you guys are next. And I just like, why are you guys taking them to like, why do you think you'll be deported to? Okay, I think at this point it's not time to start apportioning blames and saying things like, you guys are going to be next. If you want support from the community, you do your best to be in the good we don't want them, even if it's temporary. Over time, because maybe the loophole might not work. They just don't want the possibility of any. I feel so bad that some people are going back to a place where they don't find safety. They literally don't know anything about that particular country, especially for people who were born in the US or probably was brought to the US, okay. Maybe they came into the US when they were 2 years or 5 years. They ended up growing up there, okay, until the adult age, and now getting deported by ICE. It's as if a whole new world, and you don't even know where you're going back to. No house, no nothing. Some people didn't even have plans and all of that, or their parents didn't plan for them. And some of them grew up also not having plans. Some of them grew up not even finding a way to get documented in the country or anyway. It's kind of unfortunate. I really feel bad. Most times when I see some of these clips online, it's really bad. But yeah, I'm going to end it here, right? Because I would love to hear your own take as well. I feel so bad this is happening to a lot of people. A lot of families are getting divided right now, and so it's kind of fortunate this is happening. I really wish that everybody finds peace at the end of the day, because this is when it's coming to eyes, it can be something else. Okay, so when the deportations start coming in, oh my God, I don't think anybody has really out here blaming 1 or 2 persons, calling out Black folks. So you guys need to, be careful because you guys might just be less. I don't think that's what you guys should be talking about. If they say they're not protesting or coming to speak up for you guys, it's all on you guys right now, right? Everybody wants your thanks, like, and you speak for your own people, and you have a platform. That platform you have that you can call out other people. Maybe you should just use it to, speak out of what is happening in your community. And I believe that 1 or 2 persons will join you in that, talk as well. But yeah, you guys let me know what you all think in the comment section. Let's talk about it in the comments. Credit belongs to original creators of this video. Thank you so much guys for watching. If you have not subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button to be part of the family. And of course, give the video a thumbs up as well so that this video can reach more people. Thank you so much guys for watching, and I look forward on my next video. See you all in the next one.
Now that this ship is pulling up to your country, you don't want the Haitians